your host for MotorWeek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek. We're glad to have you with us. Despite the phenomenal growth of sport utility vehicles, having a popular minivan remains a top priority for most automakers. Now, Toyota has had difficulty meeting that goal as their peculiar Previa never caught on like market-leading minivans from Detroit's Big Three. So as the saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them. For 1998, Toyota is introducing their own conservative front-wheel drive minivan, the Sienna. But with few innovations not already offered by market leaders, will Toyota get burned by the Sienna too? If you're one of those frustrated with the quirks of Toyota's Previa minivan, a machine as instantly familiar as the new Kentucky-made Sienna certainly seems like a big step forward. And abandoning the Previa's mid-engine rear-drive design in favor of the industry-standard front-engine and front-wheel drive isn't just smart marketing. It's also smart manufacturing, because doing so allowed Toyota to dip into its passenger car parts bin for proven components, most of which come from America's current favorite family sedan, the Toyota Camry. Use of the Camry platform allows the Sienna to be both longer and wider than its predecessor. And with all drivetrain components up front, gives the Sienna a wide, flat cabin with a low floor height. The dash is conventional and will look quite familiar to Toyota fans. It includes up-to-date D-powered front driver and passenger airbags, which deploy at a lower speed to protect children and small adults. Seating is on firm but supportive bucket seats. Adjustments were manually operated on our LE grade tester, with power only available in the top-line XLE. Though power windows, mirrors, and door locks are standard, as are power-operated rear quarter windows. Once in, the driver faces a set of large analog gauges, straightforward, clearly marked Camry-style ventilation controls, and a standard cassette stereo with tiny switches and a dashed position that's far too low to easily adjust while driving. Thanks to Chrysler, rear seat access from both sides is now another industry standard. So Sienna includes an optional driver's side sliding door, and a GM-style power assist for the passenger side door will be available mid-year. Now, more doors allow for easier entry to the roomy second seat position. Buyers can choose the standard fixed bench or our vehicle's optional sliding captain's chairs. They move forward for third seat entry, but it still requires some gymnastics. Once settled in, there's adult side headroom back there, though legroom, as expected, is a bit tight. The clever split seat configuration folds and tumbles forward for lots of extra cargo room without seat removal, or they can be easily removed. And moving them isn't as hard on the old back as a one-piece bench would be. With all the rear seats out, up to 143 cubic feet of space is available. In addition to bits that flip and fold, the Sienna cabin also offers plenty of small item storage, dual power ports, and up to 14 cup holders in addition to a pair of 1-liter bottle holders. It's all pulled around by the Camry sedan's 3-liter V6 engine, which makes 194 horsepower and 209 pound-feet of torque. Unlike some competitors, there is no base-level 4-cylinder engine. The only transmission is an electronically controlled 4-speed automatic. Together, the V6 and 4-speed pulled our Sienna LE to 60 in only 8.8 seconds. The quarter mile took 16.6 seconds, ending at 85 miles per hour. Now that's fast for a minivan. And as in the Camry, the drivetrain is remarkably smooth with good low and mid-range power, giving the 3,891-pound Sienna the feel of its lighter sedan cousin. Another Camry carryover is the McPherson strut front suspension, which is mated to a torsion beam rear, which, like the engine, makes the Sienna feel like a Camry, a tall Camry, one with very predictable handling. The only downside is the softly sprung suspension's very noticeable body roll in corners. It gives it a slightly tipsy feeling when driven quickly, like when you're late for the kids' soccer game. But throttle back and cruise the highway for long periods, and that same softness becomes a very comfortable ride. Long trips are also where you might appreciate the Sienna's neatest feature, a standard low tire pressure warning system. EPA fuel mileage estimates for these trips are 18 city and 24 highway. We averaged a fine 22 miles per gallon in mixed driving. Of course, eventually the drive must end. Ours did from 60 in a long average of 142 feet. Standard anti-lock brakes kept us straight. The front pair are disc, the rear drums. As for the inevitable question of price, the answer is that the Sienna line starts at $21,560 for the base CE model. A 5-door LE like our tester starts at $23,975, with options that totals $26,555. A bit premium when compared to larger, better-equipped domestic brand competitors, but a bargain compared to its predecessor. And when you factor in Toyota quality and reliability, the Sienna starts to look pretty competitive. And while price doesn't yet make our list of hits, the superb engine and transmission do, along with the Sienna's crisp handling, smooth ride, and roomy, efficient interior. We were less enamored with the sometimes excessive body roll in corners and the hard-to-use position of the stereo. Our friends at Automobile Magazine generally agreed. After their first drive in the Sienna, they wrote that it's luxurious, has responsive acceleration, and handles well. Toyota hopes to sell 75,000 Siennas in the U.S. during 1998. Considering how long the Toyota faithful have waited for a machine like the Sienna, we don't expect them to stay on dealer lots for long. The Toyota Sienna doesn't offer flashy styling or groundbreaking technology. What it does offer is efficiency, comfort, performance, reliability, and most importantly, familiarity. All the qualities necessary for success in the conservative minivan segment, and just what Toyota needs to step ahead of both its own past and its competitors' present.